Welcome to the Divorce the IRS Podcast, the retirement income planning podcast designed specifically for those who want to pay the least amount of taxes possible and build a retirement income that lasts. Inspired by the best-selling book, Divorce the IRS, you get to go behind the scenes with financial planner, author, and speaker Jimmy Miller. Learn how to set yourself up to pay the least amount of taxes in retirement when you'll need your money the most. And now, here's your host, Jimmy Miller.
You've probably heard the phrase, nothing is certain but death and taxes. And while this is true, you may be able to do something about it, at least the tax part anyway. The full U.S. tax code is over 74,000 pages long and contains over 3 million more words than the Bible. It's no wonder taxes are so misunderstood and it becomes such a big issue in financial planning. It's not that people plan to fail, it's that they fail to plan. 401ks, IRAs, you think you're saving money on your taxes, but what you're probably doing is accepting a loan from the IRS. A loan with terrible terms that will come due when you need your money the most, in your retirement. With traditional retirement plans, the IRS has designed a tax system that entices you to do exactly what it wants you to do, line its coffers with your money. Millions of retirees end up wishing that they had understood the tax traps earlier in life, only discovering the harsh financial reality when it's far too late. My name is Jimmy Miller, and I am the author of the best-selling book, Divorce the IRS. A book about how taxes play such a vital role in the creation and retention of wealth. Have you ever noticed how the words the and IRS combine to spell theirs? It doesn't have to be this way, though. Not entirely, anyway. Whether you like it or not, we all have to pay taxes. We are taxed on our earnings, the things we buy every day, and even on the things we earn by paying taxes, like Social Security. Paying taxes is directly responsible for about a third of our working hours. I wrote the book, now in its second edition, to help people learn about some of the biggest tax time bombs the IRS has created for many unsuspecting Americans. Tax time bombs like taxing your Social Security, the widow's penalty, withdrawal penalties, Medicare surcharges, required minimum distributions, and even paying taxes from the grave, and more. Now, I'm expanding on the book with the Divorce the IRS podcast. This podcast really pulls from my 20 years of experience as a global wealth manager, helping people to plan for a tax-free retirement. I was compelled to write the book and to start this podcast because I really feel like no one should have to pay more to the IRS than necessary. This podcast will teach you about the journey to a destination where you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor to the maximum without the IRS interfering. A destination where you know you did things right and you're ahead of the game. It's a place where your delayed gratification and smart financial moves pays off exponentially. See, I had to get this podcast out. I feel like the more people who can learn about these pitfalls, the more people can achieve their financial dreams. If you've never been in love with paying taxes and like the idea of strategically setting yourself up to divorce the IRS when you retire, you're going to love this podcast because you can't afford to line the pockets of the IRS with your money.
Want even more ideas, tools, and resources on how to navigate your financial life? Check out all the resources on the Divorce the IRS website at divorce-the-irs.com or the Baobab Wealth website at baobabwealth.com, and subscribe to the blog to stay up to date on issues affecting retirement income planning. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Baobab Wealth and Baobab Wealth Abroad are DBAs of Baobab Wealth LLC, a Florida registered investment advisor. This podcast is designed for general education purposes only and shouldn't be taken as legal, investment, or tax advice. You should seek out a qualified tax professional or licensed financial advisor to determine what is best for your personal situation.